Monarch fans, we'd like to give you an update of our November action. We saw a lot of competition, and our kids got in quality mat time. Our first competition was the Citadel Open, where we had 3 finalists, wrestling unattached. Josh Markham made it to the finals at 125. Emilio Saavedra from California made it to the finals at 133. And T.C. Warner from Pennsylvania also made the finals of the Citadel Open. We also had Joey Balboni from New Jersey placing third at 174 pounds. So that was our first competition. It was great. We had other freshmen compete in that event, but those were the freshmen that made the biggest impact.
I'm here to recap the Jonathan Klaus Bearcat Open that took place on November the 9th. We had several wrestlers compete, and we had pretty good results there. Our senior 165-pounder, Tristan Warner, won the weight class at 165 pounds. We also had 2 guys take second, Jake Henderson at heavyweight and true freshman T.C. Warner at 157 pounds. We had 2 more guys take third, Michael Hayes at 133 pounds and Austin Coburn at 174 pounds. And Matt Trudeau at heavyweight also took 4th place.
In our third competition of the year, we went to the NC State Wolfpack Open. We had 4 finalists. Lenny Richardson and Jack Deckow won their weight classes. Lenny beat Kevin Birmingham, who's ranked in the top 20 in a rematch of last year where he pinned him in the semifinals. And for his efforts, he was named the MAC Wrestler of the Week. We also, at 197, had Kevin Beasley reel off 3 straight wins. And then he wrestled Connor Hartman from Duke, who was 5th at the national tournament last year. He had a 4-4 match with Hartman until the last 10 seconds where Hartman scored on a takedown to break a tie. So we were pretty pleased with that. Kevin's getting closer to beating those All-American type guys. Also, Jake Henderson had a great tournament. He rolled off 3 or 4 wins and then lost in the finals to Nick Kozlowski from NC State, the defending national champ, 1-0. And he had a great tournament as well. Our other placers at the NC State Open, Jake Kingett, he went 4-1 in the day. He beat Daniel Sanchez from Maryland, won the Wilkes Open last year. We also had Matt Trudeau, who ended up rolling off a 5th place finish. He looked pretty good on the day, as well as T.C. Warner, who got a 6th place finish. T.C.'s been having a great year as a true freshman, putting up quality wins and wrestling against tough opponents every weekend. Our next competition was against the University of Missouri, who's currently ranked 5th in the country. We had an awesome crowd. We had 1,400 fans in the stands. It was a great event. It was also alumni weekend, and we recognized several clubs during the course of that competition. As far as the dual meet, it was a hard-fought battle. We actually lost several matches in the closing seconds, which we were not happy with. At 145, Chris McCarty was wrestling Mays from Missouri and winning by 3 points until he got taken down and put to his back as time expired. At 149, we were wrestling the number 3 ranked kid in the country, Drake Hudeshelt, with a tie match. And again, we get hit with stalling with under 10 seconds left to lose that match. So those are not the types of things we're real happy with, but we were happy with how hard these guys competed. T.C. Warner had a kid that was in the All-American, was in the All-American round. He wrestled in a tough match. Tristan Warner was the highlight of the day. He recorded a major decision against his Missouri opponent. At 174, Austin Coburn was wrestling another top 15 kid, Mikey England from Missouri. And in the closing last 10 seconds, that match was decided. Jack Deckow did not have one of his best days. He lost to Willie Miklas in the last second overtime takedown, which if it's a time to take a loss for Jack, it's early in the season, it's better than none. Kevin Beasley wrestled the defending national champ well. He was in on a single with 10 seconds left to tie up that match, but things didn't quite go our way. At heavyweight, Jacob Henderson got a forfeit. Missouri did not have the wrestler. And then at 125 and 133, we had close bouts. Again, Brandon Jeske had the number 3 ranked kid in the country, Alan Waters, and lost a close 2-point match to him, as well as Mikey Hayes at 133. It wasn't the result that we were looking at, but what we brought from the match was, we need to, we went dead even, I think, with Missouri in takedowns, reversals, and escapes, but what the problem was is the last 10 seconds of the match, we need to continue to keep competing hard, But wrestling a team like Missouri, what it does is it elevates our profile and it gets us ready for the MAC tournament. They are the standard the gold standard in our conference, and that's who we need to take down at the end of the year.
Over the Thanksgiving break, we competed at the Northeast Duels in Troy, New York. Our first opponent was Long Island Post. We were able to get several guys competition. Jake Kingett was able to pull out a decision there at 141 pounds. At 149 pounds, Kevin Johnson stepped in and got a win by fall. At 157 pounds, Devin Gagan also stepped in, got a win by fall. At 165 pounds, Austin Eads stepped in. He won by major decision. And Matt Trudeau was able to close out the victory. It was our first shutout since, I believe, 07-08, and he was also able to win by fall. On our second match of the day, we wrestled Wyoming. It was a tough loss for us, but we were able to wrestle a team that we normally don't see, so that was good for our team. Lenny Richardson was able to pick up a victory. Tristan Warner was able to pick up a victory over a top 20 guy and a returning NCAA qualifier. Jack Deco also defeated a returning NCAA qualifier. And, we're looking to improve from that performance.
And after our caution festival against Wyoming, we had the opportunity to wrestle Purdue, another top 25 team. I had to throw that wisecrack in there. Brandon Jeske won a hard-fought match. Chris McCarty won against a tough Big Ten opponent. Tristan Warner really put us over the top with his bonus points. He's been looking great throughout the season. Jack Dekow looked really good against this guy from Purdue. And Jake Henderson closed out that match for us with a win at heavyweight. So it was good to see that, for us to beat another top 25 team. Overall in the month of November, we saw a lot of hard, tough competition, both on the dual meet and the tournament side. And what we're taking away from it is, we have some positions that we need to get better with on top, bottom, and our feet. We probably need to get in. We're going to be getting in better shape here during this next 3 weeks. We're going into a big training phase for the majority of our guys, getting ready for Chattanooga, which is another top 20 team coming into our home. So we hope to have a lot of fans out for that match. In addition, we're also going to be wrestling the Cleveland State Open in 2 weekends. And we're going to close out December wrestling in the Midlands, which is arguably one of the toughest tournaments in the country. We would like to thank all the alumni that came out to our Missouri match. We had 50-plus alumni there. Also, the local clubs, we're very thankful that they could come out. We had the Great Neck Wrestling Club in attendance with several wrestlers. The Great Bridge Wrestling Club attended as well with several wrestlers. Smithfield Wrestling Club had brought a strong contingent. New Bern High School out of North Carolina brought their whole team down. And then the Newport Warriors probably had the biggest group with 40 or 50 people. So we appreciate, all those clubs coming out to support us during our matches. And we are going to be continuing to continue to invite more local Pee Wee youth clubs to our matches. So we hope to see you on December the 20th when we wrestle Chattanooga. That's a 1 o'clock match on Saturday, December 20th at 1 o'clock. Make sure that you're there.